Hey yo, it is Demo Diamond, and today I am drinking at Moe's. We're gonna talk about a lot of things. Let's talk about MPX Purge. We're gonna talk about Exodus Prime losing my MPX Addicts Championship. We're gonna talk about a lot, but we'll see what we get into.
All right, everybody, taking time out before we get this show started. I want to thank Reaper Apparel for having Drinkin' Mo's be a brand ambassador for their clothing line. They got good stuff. They got t-shirts, they got hoodies, they got beanies, they got lots of great stuff, encouraging everybody to break out of their comfort zone, live their best self, and hey, it's something I try to live every day. Now, be sure when you go and you're finishing filling out your order, use the code Drinking at Moe's, get 10% off, and the link and the code will both be in the description. Let's fucking go. I was having trouble hitting that damn button again. But you know what? Today, you know the drill, everybody. This is Drinking at Moe's. Like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff on YouTube, because YouTube's algorithm is a pain in the butt. I am testing out the YouTube algorithm because I've heard that if you don't cuss within the first 5 minutes, you don't have to edit it out. So I'm going to see how long they can go. But you know what? We're also on most major audio platforms too. Today, I have with me Demo Diamond out of MPX and various other promotions down there in Texas. How you
Exactly.
doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I can't complain. I've got some pretty cool stuff lined up next month. I got it confirmed. I am on the schedule for another person that was on Lucha Underground,
Ooh.
Marty the Moth.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I got him next month. AEW is finally coming to town. They're coming to Council Bluffs, Iowa for Collision June 8th.
Okay, so you get to catch an AEW show.
And well, closest they've ever come before this was Kansas City, and that's like 2.5 hours away.
Oof.
So I've made the trip once.
Yeah.
But this time it's literally right across town.
Oh, that's great.
I'm gonna
Always
be
fun.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna be third row right behind the announce desk.
Oh, hey, I'll be looking for you on TV. I got you. I got you.
This belt, I'm gonna have it there.
I got you. I'll be looking, man. I got you. I got you.
All right. So first thing I like to ask everybody is, what got you started as a fan, and then what got you deciding to make the leap into the business?
Okay, so I always when I get asked this question, I always tell the story. Uh Wrestling wise, as a fan, me and my mom were like best friends. So we're still best friends. That's my favorite person in the world. But also me and my mom would sit and watch like SmackDown and Raw every week. She grew up watching it. And Survivor Series always used to land near my birthday because my birthday's like November 24th. So it's always in that weekend bracket.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah. So like for like my birthdays and stuff like that, we'd order Survivor Series, would sit down and watch it. I have a bunch of friends over. We'd, have fun, eat food. It was perfect always. And then at the time I was into wrestling, but I wasn't super into wrestling. But what ended up getting me super hooked to wrestling was when I started watching TNA, and I think it was right around before the Victory Road incident with Jeff Hardy.
Oh
So
yeah.
the prime Chris Sabin winning the Impact title like from Bully and all that extra stuff. I used to watch. I think I was in like fourth grade. That tells you how young I am.
During those aces and eights days and
Yeah,
stuff.
I loved it, and that's what got me hooked. And then started watching Lucha Underground, uh, and then I met some friends that watched like New Japan, all this
Mm.
extra stuff, and then I got hooked on the other sources of wrestling other than WWE and TNA. And then what made me make the leap to wrestling is 2020 was a rough time for everybody, you know. Always bring that up, but
Yeah.
I had I had my grandpa pass, and then I had my aunt pass, and then I went through a terrible relationship crisis with the ex and everything like that. So I was like, man, like life just sucks right now. So I had a group of friends that I play games with all the time, and they were like, hey, you know, we were all sitting down one night in the middle of the night. I think it was like 12 a.m. talking about how we all wanted to do something in life and how we wanted to wrestle. And I was like, all right, you know, I was like, we always talk about this. One of us got to make the leap. So I decided to go to DFW where I started my career and do the tryout. And here I am today.
All right. Yeah, you know what? I'm always somewhat jealous of when people have a lot of their family also into it,
Yeah.
because I had uh, one of my uncles who's since passed and a cousin. It
Mm-hmm.
was us three that were into it. And my family, they kind of somewhat discouraged it, but they're like, you know what? He's happy. He ain't
Yeah.
getting into trouble. So you know what? All right, you're good. But
Yeah.
they, and I still laugh about this to this day, because they asked me one time, they literally asked me, because I was going to some independent shows here in the Omaha, Nebraska area,
Mm-hmm.
and they literally asked me, "Do you really think you're going to meet anybody going there?" And I
Oh,
was like, I was still super single, like
yeah.
just like wondering, like a lot of people that single for a long time. You're like, God
Yeah.
damn, am I ever going to meet anybody?
Yeah.
And then one of my good friends, who I and he had been asking me to go to a promotion for like, it had been a while, and I hadn't been for like 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you know what? If they got a next one, they got a show on a day I already got off, I'll go. And I hadn't been there maybe more than 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I had been kind of looking over at this girl. I'm like, oh, she's pretty.
Okay.
And I think he sensed that. So he's
Yeah.
like, here.
Got the
And
little push.
yep. And later on that night, she literally grabbed my phone, put her phone number in it, and I just laughed and was like, I was going to ask you for that anyways.
Hey, you
And
know,
then here we are now approaching our fifth wedding anniversary. And I, I literally, the day of the wedding, walked up to my dad laughing. I'm like, I remember when you asked me, do you really think you're going to meet anybody?
yeah, hey, you know, it's strange. Like you never know who you'll meet in the realm of wrestling. You know, not to just change the topic, but like I'm about to have a baby, and the godfather of my baby is Kari Ja Wright, which I met Kari when I first started training, and like to say that is like crazy because at the same time, Kari's the reason that I even found DFW because I like was looking through YouTube and everything like that, and I seen Kari versus Exodus on a DFW show. So to say he's my baby's godfather is kind of crazy to think about.
No, yeah. No, and congratulations, by the way. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Now, going back into the wrestling side of things,
yeah.
before we get into a couple hot topics here that are coming up
Okay,
in
okay.
the next couple of weeks here,
Mm-hmm.
I like to ask people how they came up with their in-ring personas, because that at first I can understand, it's a bit of a feeling out process, what's going
Yeah,
to work, how did it come about for you?
So it's weird. All right, so the name demo diamond came from one. I like alliteration. So like if it sounds good, I'm gonna use it. But demo came from my shoot name, which nobody could pronounce for the longest time. And Corey O'Neill, I'll never forget this day. Corey was like, he was like, he kept saying my name wrong. He was like, you know what? He's like, I hate this. I'm gonna just call you Demo. And then like ever since then, like nobody's ever really just called me, you know, anything else other than Demo. So when we got to talking about the gimmick and working things out, I kind of was like, all right, I'm gonna use this because it's one of the first nicknames that I really got, you know. That wasn't a family nickname. And then Diamond just came from I I I used it because I was like, one, I like how flashy a diamond is, but also the semblance of a diamond. If you think about it, diamonds have a lot of pressure on them and all this extra stuff. It's just it's a culmination of a lot of things that were going on in my life at the time. So
God.
so Demo Diamond came to be. I've had 12 monikers though. Don't worry about it. But the shining truth stuck and has stuck. And the reason that being is I come from, you know, a not so great part of Fort Worth. And um, like I said, I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, I didn't grow up there, blah, 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 you know, all that extra stuff, you know, try to forget where I come from. But I'm one of those guys that want to remember where I come from. So I'm a shining truth and a bright spot in that type of city and that type of environment that, you know, to show other people that they can make it out and they can make different decisions to do what they want to do.
I like it. That is definitely a good way of coming about it there, because yeah, the pressure making the diamonds and stuff, that definitely good. Now on to MPX.
Yes.
You have had a lot going on there, including being a two-time Addicts Champion.
Yes.
Which, okay, for those, like, I've become somewhat familiar with the titles at MPX. But for those outside of your area,
yeah,
what is the Addicts Champion?
The Addicts Champion is it's almost like our it's almost like not I wouldn't say TV title, but it's almost essentially a championship of the people. We call our fans the MPX Addicts.
Yeah.
Even though some of them are gross. But we call our fans the MPX Addicts, and it's just to show that like this is the next up and comer, or this is the guy that, you know, the addicts feel so strongly about, whether it's negative or positive. It's a title for the addicts to really get behind the champion, negative or positive, and kind of, you know, thrust that person into that scene of. It's a people's championship, essentially.
Gotcha.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
That right to the point there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Champion of the people.
Yeah.
And yeah, you've been two-time champion, and then what was it? A fatal four-way recently?
Yes. No, triple threat. Triple threat.
Triple threat. Okay, triple threat. I knew I was looking at it earlier, and I was having trouble remembering triple threat or fatal four-way. But that's the thing with those types of matches. The champion doesn't always have to.
Yeah. I get that. But for Exodus to like enter, you know, Exodus we had our promo that night, and Exodus didn't want to say anything. He wanted to cutter both of us. That's fine. You do, you know, actions speak louder than words, whatever. Right? But to go on. And when I had Tatum Manning down the rights, spear, you know, it was 1, 2, 3. It was gonna be 1, 2, 3. I turn around and get a cutter from Exodus, and then Exodus turns around and get a code breaker from Tatum and loses my title for me. I didn't get pinned, so Tatum's a false champion. That's all I'm saying.
No, I can see it. You didn't lose. Well, you didn't lose. You weren't the one eating the pin. So therefore, Yeah, no, I get you there because yeah, no, that's the part that sucks about those matches because like, oh God, what was it? Um, it wasn't exactly like this, but there was that triple threat with Samoa Joe, Hangman, and Swerve,
Yeah.
where Hangman had said that he wasn't going to let Swerve walk out the champion.
Uh-huh.
So then Hangman gets put in that submission of
The
Samoa
coquina
Joe, and then
clutch.
just quick tap out.
Yeah. See,
So
but see, and then Swerve. It took Swerve so long to get that opportunity again. You know, it's a lot. You know, to lose an opportunity or lose a championship that you've worked so hard for. You know what I
no,
mean?
I
I,
get you.
my first Addicts title run wasn't the greatest because I didn't even defend it. I got we have a little thing called the shot caller,
Oh, I've heard about that.
which that's why they call me Mr. Shot Caller. But we have a thing called the shot caller where they get to choose whoever they want to. I mean, they have a wrestler that they get to choose whatever match they want to interfere in, and you can't always predict that. And I had the unpredictable Texas Chainsaw Sky Dela Cremosa, and I lost to a former best friend, Dylan Cavens. I lost my first week, my first defense. I lost
Mm.
to Dylan, and then the second title I won at Destiny, which is our big show, and we had it at the Epic, and I beat Mikey B and Fuego del Sol, and I pinned the champion. I pinned Mikey B. I wasn't worried about Fuego. I had to make a statement. I had to pin Mikey B,
Mm-hmm.
and to lose my title that I've worked hard for, that I had to scratch and claw for. Yeah, Exodus. I'll see him this Saturday, but it is what it is.
No, and you know what? That's kind of leading into some stuff that I was curious about.
Mm-hmm.
What brought about all this stuff with Exodus Prime?
I mean, it's as simple as this. If you were to steal from me and you were to take from me, we have an issue, right? Like, if I was to come to your house and I was to steal something out of your house and that you've worked so hard for, that you put your time and your effort in, you'd have an issue, right? So
Yeah,
I had to make a statement the next week. They had me on commentary, and my actions are justified. If you take something from me, I got to take something from you. So I costed him an MPX addict. I mean, MPX title shot. My bad. So
gotcha. And yeah, you said this Saturday,
yes,
as
this
of this
Saturday.
report, you have a. No, excuse me.
Oh, you're all good.
I deserved it after the long day that I had. I deserved a damn beer, and I was getting a little burp that was struggling to come up there.
No,
But
you're all good.
so this Saturday is one thing, and that this is the thing about MPX that I have been able to enjoy is it's you don't see too many independent promotions out there running every single weekend.
Yes, I'm one of the hardest working shows. I
And
will be 100% honest about that. Like I said, I come from a place where we ran twice a month, and then once I started at MPX, having that weekly schedule on top of other bookings is just it's insane. It's an insane amount of effort and on everybody's part, the security, the backstage, the bookers, like everybody. It's an amazing atmosphere though. I will say that.
I can imagine, and I've been lucky enough to get to talk with a bunch of people from MPX, including Matthew Palmer, and I've been involved in helping hype up a couple
Yeah.
different shows, including one that's going to be happening this June 15th, right?
Yes, sir.
The
At the Epic.
Purge. Now, that is a title that I definitely enjoy because I am a fan of those movies.
Yeah.
Like, even the TV show, I have both of the seasons. I have this at least one season. I think there was two, but the TV show, I've even seen that.
I have never seen the Purge TV show. I think I've seen the first and the second, but I have never seen the TV show.
I have all of them.
But the Purge to me, I missed out on the Purge last year because of an injury in a match. Me and Dylan Cavens had our, had our big breakup match, and he kicked me so hard in the mouth that I had to get like 6 or 7 stitches in my mouth. So I had to miss out on some ring time. It's all right though. But this year is big because it's our first one at the Epic. We're back again. Also, the whole Purge theme is there's no rules. There's no rules for every match.
That was one thing I was wondering, because I'm still, while I'm getting familiar with the MPX product,
Yeah.
there's a lot of the shows that I'm still getting introduced to.
Yes.
The Purge was one of them. So that, hell, I'm gonna have to keep my eye out on that one, because that sounds about right up my damn alley.
I mean, we have for the Purge alone though, we have Max the Impaler, the NWA TV champion. They're supposed to be on there. We have Athena, supposed to defend her title against Maya World. We have Sky versus Carver. It's like, which those two are going to kill each other, which fine by me. I mean, I don't like Sky that much anyways, but um, but to me, like the Purge is one of my favorite shows of MPX, and it's the simple fact of every match is a hardcore match. There's no rules. There's no like everything is everything. Like if you lose at that point, you just lose at that point. Like you have everything at your disposal. Anybody can run in. Anybody can, all of that. Like I love the no rules aspect of it. And I'm not a hardcore wrestler at all, but like that.
Oh yeah, no, the hardcore death match style definitely isn't for everybody. I know I'm a fan of it.
Yeah.
So this the Purge show is definitely right up my alley.
You're definitely gonna be a fan of Carver versus Sky then, because it's a death match.
Carver.
He.
If this is the guy I'm thinking of,
he wears the mask and everything. He has a like this serial killer gimmick.
Yep. Nope, I know of him. He's actually from my area.
Mm-hmm.
And I've met him multiple times, and he runs a promotion that has been making their comeback.
Okay.
And they actually ran a show here in Omaha, and I have half of a door that I won that night that got signed by everybody. There's like a dent. There's some dried up blood marks on there and stuff.
So I got a question. As a wrestler to a fan, what makes you want to collect doors with blood on it? I'm just asking.
That was actually, I ended up, my ticket also doubled as an entry into a raffle for an event used item.
Okay.
And I didn't realize that I had won until he's literally walking up to me at the end of the show and hands me half a door.
I've always wondered about stuff like that, like fans keeping like doors or like buying like paddles that were used in matches and stuff like that. I've always just wondered. I was like, I know it's the novelty of it because when you collect stuff and somebody's used it, and especially if everybody signed it, it's a bigger deal. So that's why I asked.
I have other stuff. Like I actually have, speaking of deathmatch stuff, Alex Colon. I actually have signed ring worn kick pads of his.
Okay.
And, obviously, I got a bunch of others signed.
Yeah.
Me here.
Yeah, I see all of that.
Oh yeah, I'm rather proud of my little, my autograph collection, especially.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I got a story behind my Swerve one that was kind of funny. Ended up a little bummed out because I'm like, God damn it. They weren't out for the meet and greet, so how the hell? I go walking out to my car, and there he is filming a promo in the parking lot.
Oh,
So I just waited there for him to finish the promo.
hey, at least you're respectful. Some of these fans, man.
No, yeah,
Oh,
that's my thing. If you're doing your work and you're filming a promo,
yeah,
I've already waited through the show. I can wait another minute or two for you to
yeah,
finish your dang promo.
yeah, yeah. Because some of these fans be following people home, and it's
No,
just, it's
that's
yeah,
ridiculous.
it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
But so going back to the Purge,
Yes.
don't and correct me if I'm wrong. I don't
Hmm.
believe they announced matches for it yet.
So the only matches that we know of are Carver and Sky Della
Oh,
Cremosa
that
and the
okay.
death
That one's
match.
happening then. I didn't know if that was then or this weekend.
Oh no, that's at the Purge. The
Okay,
death match is at the Purge.
okay,
Um, and then we have Athena versus Maya World at the Purge as
okay.
well.
That was happening there too.
And
Okay,
that yeah, that's
the
for the ROH Women's Championship.
okay, okay.
Um, from what I know. And then we have this Saturday, as of this recording, it will be my best friend Kari Wright versus Dylan Cavens, that guy, for an opportunity to face Max the Impaler for the NWA TV title at the
Mm,
Purge.
that would
So
be
I hope Dylan loses, but so I think that those are the three matches that I know of or that are happening on the Purge show.
okay, and they'll probably have some more stuff announced as it gets closer.
Oh yeah. We are in prime season of getting ready for the Purge. So
Yeah.
we I mean, if you want to know what's about to happen, just tune in on every weekend on Saturday. You know, we
Oh,
we run on Twitch. And then if you can't catch the Twitch stream, we also upload everything to YouTube. And then for our subscribers, every show on Thursday is uploaded. Every show, yeah, Thursday is uploaded that day.
well, definitely. I'll be catching it on, well, one or the other at least. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the Purge
Mm-hmm.
and seeing the sort of craziness that comes around with that. I know, yeah, one of these next months or one of these next years, I'm going to have to try to make it down whenever I hear the Purge is coming up because,
Oh, definitely. Like I said, it's one of my favorite stipulation shows that we do have. Another one is Fight Win Survive. Fight Win Survive is a really good one. I don't like we do like teams and
yeah,
like that team get a shot. That's the way we did it last year. I don't know how we're doing it this year if we do it. But that was one of my favorite things because it was a bunch of stipulation matches. I had
okay.
like a Forbidden Door match against like Jet Black, and which is just a it's just a tables match with a unique name. But yeah, we had like a pillow fight match. We had a shots and chop match. So like every time a chop was thrown, they had to take a drink. Um,
Oh boy.
we like that's one of the fun ones that we do. But like I said, MPX is weekly, so you know we got to come up with different things to do, you know, and make it special for people.
Yeah, no, and it sounds like y'all do a pretty damn great job of it.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
there's been, I don't believe in MPX, but I do when I saw these come up in my doing my homework here.
Mm-hmm.
You had a couple run-ins with a couple former guests of mine
Okay.
at a promotion Hot Pro.
Yes. HOT.
Yep, and there's been a couple matches against one of them. Well, a couple matches against both of them, really. Dmitry Alexandrov and Brick Savage.
Brick and Dimitri. All right. So let's see who I'll talk about first. I'll talk about Dimitri. I'll save Brick for later. Dimitri is one of those guys that I love being in the ring with. He has a Japan-esque style, so a lot of flosions, a lot of suplexes, a lot of strikes. One of the guys that I can go in there and literally strike for days. Like we can throw hands. I think recently at HOT we had a little street fight match. I had we did Legos because I
Mm.
decided I wanted to do Legos. I was like, oh, Legos aren't that bad. Blah blah blah. Yeah, no, it was horrible. I had like gashes in my back because of
Oh,
Legos. So the difference between Legos and tacks is tacks go inside your body. Legos stay there on the canvas, and oh, it was the dumbest idea I've ever had. Um,
Man, stepping on them is one damn thing, but
yeah,
holy,
but imagine getting suplexed into them, and yeah,
yeah, no,
that night I lost though. I took a flosion on a trash can, and yeah. But like I said, Dimitri is one of those guys where I think we only had like a couple run-ins together. I think we had a one-on-one at MPX and a one-on-one at HOT, and I won the first one. He won the second one. So what I'm hearing is we have to run it back and see who's really better. You know what I'm
no,
saying?
yeah, no, I can see it. I can see it. You gotta have that rubber match.
Exactly. We gotta have we definitely gotta have our rubber match so that way we can really see who's the best fighter.
I
And it's not
like
the bear fighter, it's me. Um
it.
but Brick Savage, man. Uh you know, everybody always praises Brick and it's like, oh, Brick is just this monster, just all they are an absolute athlete and one of the best. I could say this right now, one of the best indie wrestlers that I've ever like came across from. The way they actually take this business is insane. I've seen them take business conversations to another level to where I'm like, damn, dude, like I need to work on some stuff. But also like in ring, they are absolutely insane. Like they are absolutely stronger than you would think they are, and that's insane because they look already strong. But multiply that by like five, and there you go. That's Brick Savage.
Oh god,
Um,
yeah.
but our run-ins have been sparse. We talk trash every time on social media. We find a way. Um, but I've had a fatal four way with Brick. It was me, Brick, Tommy Becker, and Gun Show at HOT. And that match I did Brick's 12-6. I want to say it is. Don't quote me on that. I don't know other people's move names. But I did that, which that moment got big because nobody really tosses Brick. Uh, so I got that. Um, and then we had a one-on-one match, which, like I said, when you get in the ring with somebody one-on-one, you really are able to tell like if y'all have chemistry, y'all have anything. And when I say that was one of my personal favorites, only because we've talked about it so much. We actually finally got to get in the ring together, and it was just like I said. I don't yeah, I don't like throwing praise out there a lot, but like Brick Savage is one of those people to look out for.
Oh
Also,
yeah.
I don't like Brick that much neither, but I don't like anybody apparently.
Yeah,
So,
but I remember talking to him, and it was shortly after that one clip went viral of, and I got to kind of joke with him about it that he
yeah.
reminded me of the Hulk from the Avengers with Loki, where he just went wham, wham, wham.
Oh yeah. Are we talking about the
Where he,
them at Inspire
it
or
might have been because I just remembered it looked like he literally just picked him up by his leg and just went wham.
oh yes, that's the clip of him them and Delin. Um and the moment I seen that I was like, dog, that's that's insane. Like I'm gonna be honest, that's insane. Uh Yeah, they're a different type of beast. Like
No,
it's insane.
oh God, like I can think so many, and we actually went over a few people that I'm like,
Yeah.
man, I want to get your thoughts on these guys
Mhm.
because they're people that, man, I think if you guys went up against each other, it would just be like, like Biggie joked about, and it's been kind of a meme that
Big meaty men slapping meat.
big meaty men slapping meat.
Hey,
It would,
that's the best kind of matches. You know what I mean? Um, one of the matches that like I feel like Brick would like it would be a crazy match. Which them and Jake something already happened.
that
At like Wrestling Revolver, which was insane. The
Revolver,
punching through
love
punching
Revolver.
through the door and all that. I was just like, dog, insane. um, but I think Brick versus like Black Toulouse, uh,
Mm,
Brick versus like it's a bunch of matches like Brick versus some big athletic
oh yeah, no, but
wrestlers would be crazy.
I can
Uh,
think of a few. Some of them a little more likely right now, but like him versus Jeff Cobb, that would be one.
no, that's who I was thinking of. I couldn't put my finger on, but Brick versus Jeff Cobb would I would pay to see that match.
Oh God, me too. And him versus Keith Lee,
Oh yeah,
that would be killer. And Samoa Joe, that would be a good one. Or him versus Tomohiro Ishii.
oh Ishii, bro, I want to see
Yes.
that.
Or Bronson Reed.
Bronson Reed versus Brick would be good too, for
Oh
sure, for
yeah.
sure. I will say let's get the I know we did it for BK Brian Keith, but let's get the hashtag sign Brick Savage out there too.
Oh
Uh,
my God, dude.
um, along with Exodus Prime. I mean, as much as I don't like him right now, Exodus is a absolute athlete, dog. There's not one person that I could say that moves as crisp as Exodus. If you've ever seen Exodus in the ring, it's just, bro, A1.
Oh yeah. No, I remember seeing some of his matches after he had, and it was back when AEW they didn't really use a whole lot of independent talent more than
Mm-hmm.
once in an area, and he
Yeah.
was on like 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, he had a ROH match. I know for sure. He did like a fatal four way. He had a couple AEW. Yeah, I know he did what Wardlow, where he went viral for the power bomb cell. Um, yeah, I think he faced Hook as well, if I'm
I
not
want to
mistaken.
say,
If I'm not mistaken. But like I said, like Exodus and Brick are two of the guys that I will say for sure, along with Kari as well. But like those are the guys that I'm like they need to get some shots. They need to get to that next level.
oh, for sure. All right. Now I have some categories here. I got two of them.
Okay.
One's a bit of a name game where I name off some people and you give me your first thoughts on them.
Okay.
Now, I try to theme it towards the guests as much as possible. And with MPX and Texas, I thought, you know what? Each of these guys, big in wrestling, all coming out of Texas.
Okay.
First one, the five-time WCW champion, Booker T.
Booker T is amazing. I haven't got to go down the road, but like I said, if anybody tells you that Booker T is not an influence for them out of Texas, it's insane. But I love Booker T.
Oh,
Love
yeah. I mean, there's been some stuff that he said that I might not necessarily agree with, but
yeah,
you can't take away from the impact that he's had on the business and
yeah,
inspiring as many people as he has. I mean, hell, Roxanne Perez with NXT right now,
Mm-hmm.
doing amazing.
I'm gonna be honest. I got to talk to Booker T one time in like a Twitter space, and like the information that he gave me, like has just been is something that I think about a lot all the time. So, like you said, you can't agree with everything everybody says, but at the same time, you just can't take away the impact that he has on wrestling.
Oh, most definitely. Now, we kind of talked about this guy a little bit,
Okay.
but he is one of my signed figures back here. And he's out right now, but still, in my opinion, one of the best big men out there right now.
Okay.
Limitless Keith Lee.
Keith Lee, funny story. All right. So Keith Lee actually used to be at the training center that I used to train at. So like I've never met Keith Lee personally, but my coach, Lugatti Lamont, he used to like Keith Lee was one of his like first VIP champions and all the extra stuff. So I've gotten to see like a bunch of posters of like Keith Lee. But he's also been one of my favorite big guys to watch because it's not a lot of guys that move like Keith Lee that do things Keith Lee can do at that weight and that size and that stature. So I would
That
say
agility that he has is just like second to
A1,
none.
A1 man.
Oh yeah,
And
you talk about people that you wouldn't think would be able to move like that at
yeah,
that size for big men. He's definitely one of those.
yeah, Keith Lee is. I got to see Keith Lee in person one time at a VIP show. Keith Lee is one way bigger than I thought he was, like size was, like actual height wise and everything. Which is weird because like TV's like they make you
Yeah.
look bigger, whatever. But
Mhm.
he's actually taller than I thought he was, and like I said, I've gotten to watch Keith Lee matches and gotten to watch like, bro, just amazing, an
Oh,
amazing athlete.
I got
Super.
to see him when him and Swerve were still AEW tag champs
Yeah.
at Revolver, and I believe it was. I know Matthew Palmer was one of the other guys in the match,
Mm-hmm.
and man, the spot I still remember it to this day, where Keith Lee does that wham,
Mm-hmm. The Grizzly
and,
Magnum.
and man, Meth Palmer just like, and then they literally had a graphic on the big screen, R.I.P. Matthew Palmer, and then that song that they play during like those sad animal commercials, like
Yeah. Yes.
they literally started playing that, and I was on the damn floor laughing like this is fucking awesome.
Another one of those guys that I just love is Matthew Palmer, man.
Oh yeah.
The way he is in the ring. He's also one of my trainers now. His mind for wrestling is insane.
Oh yeah. I thoroughly enjoyed getting to pick his brain for a bit when I had him on.
Yeah.
That was awesome. All right. Now, coincidentally, I've also got to meet this guy at Revolver.
Okay.
We mentioned him a little bit when, hashtag sign him.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Keith, the bounty hunter.
Brian Keith is one of those dream matches for me, man. I've been in the locker room with BK. I've had sit down conversations with BK. I've gotten to see BK wrestle Shane Taylor, JD Griffey. I've gotten to see some of BK's like big matches here in Texas. Like BK, I'm glad BK got signed because BK definitely deserves it. I mean, he put the work in. Like I remember him telling me he was like, "Bro, I've started. Like when I started, I didn't, everybody used to tell me I was good. Like, I had something, but like he didn't like he didn't bring it out of himself. But once he found that bounty hunter gimmick, and once he like found something to put his work into, really, it was hands down some of the best stuff. Like has one of the best theme songs in wrestling. Still tipping, but
No,
also it's just
yeah.
BK's amazing, man. BK's extremely amazing.
Oh yeah. I hope you know what, he is definitely one of those people when I get to go to that AEW show in next month, really, here in a
Yeah.
few weeks. I'm hoping he's one of the people there because that would be awesome, and getting to be that close that I'm going to be for that show.
Yeah.
That would be something. All right. Now,
Okay.
the last but not least here, we've talked about a few different big men.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, some would say, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
Mark Henry is amazing. I know I've said this like for everybody, but like, I am a big Mark Henry fan. The Hall of Pain, like all of that. As a kid, I was a kid at this time, so like as a kid, I used to love to hate Mark Henry. Like it was, I hated him like it was my job.
Yeah.
But it's funny because one of my mom's friends is like his cousin or something like that, and like I she's like one of my mom's best friends or something, and like getting to know that, like I seen like pictures of him in her house and everything, but like it's just like always weird how small the world is. Like you never know who knows somebody. But like I said, wrestling wise though, I love to hate Mark Henry, but also just in general, like he was one of those big guys that I was just like, yeah, I like to watch.
Oh yeah. No, most definitely. I gravitate towards a lot of those intense personalities,
Mm-hmm.
especially during that Hall of Pain run.
Yes.
Holy
Oh
crap.
my god.
Be intense.
And the fake retirement, like with bro.
Oh
They should
yeah.
have gave him they should have gave him the title. But like, oh my god. I was like, bro, I was so heated
Oh
as a
god.
kid.
He had me going there for a
Yeah.
bit. He definitely did.
I was so heated as a kid when that happened. I was like, bro, no way. No way.
Oh yeah. No, that was a good one. All right. Now I have some random questions. Some
Okay.
might be wrestling related.
So it might
Some not be. Some might have absolutely nothing to do with anything we've talked about so far.
All right, cool.
So I
I'm down.
give you the question, you give me first answer that pops into your head.
Okay.
First one, craziest in-match moment for you.
In match moment. Let me see. Let me think. I'm sorry. So we talking good or bad?
Either.
Okay. I'll do two. I'll do
Okay.
two moments. So bad is at DFW All Pro we have Helen back, which is a bare boards match with no wires on the ropes, none of that. I went for a tope over the top, and my shorts got caught on the wire rope, and like I almost went. Luckily, everybody in the match caught me, so I didn't land like I didn't injure myself or anything like that. But that was like up when I was upside down, kinda. I was like, man, this could be it. Like that moment in my head was like,
oh
yeah. So a good one is I'm trying to think. I'm sorry. I think a good one is you're talking about in match, right? Not the ending or anything like that. Okay.
Anything like that.
I think I did a backflip cutter to Dylan, and that is like me and Dylan having the match that we had at the show, which was another DFW show, but like it was like everything I really wanted. Like me and him, like we don't see eye to eye. We don't have the greatest relationship, but like in that match, that moment, like we got to tell our own story, and like that whole like that's a whole moment to me. I know we said craziest in match moment, but that's just a whole moment to me. Like getting a like I said, I don't tell people this a lot, but like I used to train with him that used to be my best friend before the tag team broke up and everything. But like that, like to get to do that is just insane. So,
Understand. Understandable. All right. Now, my wife and I actually have both of these, but it's weird because I'm more of one and she's more of the other.
mhm.
Dog or cat person?
I'm both. Um, I've had cats, love them, but I currently have a dog. He's a German Shepherd and a Husky mix,
Nice. The
and
hell
his
of a
name is Brooks. So yeah, he got a
nice.
little wolf dog.
Nice. My wife and I we have both right now. We have 3 cats and we got a full grown English bulldog.
Oh,
He's a
okay.
tank and a half.
That sounds like a rowdy household though. How do they get along? Like,
um most of the time,
mhm.
I mean, every once in a while, if one of the cats looks like they're trying to sneak some of his leftover food, oh, he'll go after him. But
Okay,
it's almost like he's just going after them to chase them off. That I don't know what he would do if he ever actually caught them.
yeah,
But for the most part, the cats stay upstairs. He roams downstairs. Sometimes the
yeah.
cat comes downstairs.
Yeah, I know cats are somewhat like if they don't like you, they'll stay away from you. But also if they like you or they're like cool with the other animal, they'll walk past their paths and
Yeah.
it won't be a big deal. So I just was wondering.
Oh yeah. No, it definitely happens because one of our cats wasn't even my idea to get him, but he loves the hell out of me. Like I'll
Yeah,
be laying in bed and he'll just come up and use my beard as a pillow, and I'm like, hello.
yeah. My dog tries to do that. He's too big to be in the bed. Way too big to be in the bed.
Oh god. My wife and I used to have a Great Dane,
Oh no. Oh no,
and
no.
she was definitely my baby, and she's since passed, but yeah, she is one of those that she thought she was a tiny little lap dog, but
Yeah.
she would you'd have to keep an eye on her because she'd go over to the kitchen sink and try and drink it out of it like it was her water bowl.
Those dogs
Yeah.
are tall, man.
No, yeah.
Insanely tall. Brooks, he's like I said, he's two tall breeds, which shepherd, a German Shepherd and a Husky. So he's big, but he's not like he's tall and big, but he's not super tall. But like he can reach the counters to where like I've left like I was getting ready to cook and I had some burger patties like on the counter and like I come back and they're gone. Like
Yeah.
he just ate them and I was just like dog like ah gotta figure out what else is for dinner. So
I guess we're having pizza tonight.
yeah, it's one of
Yeah,
those.
I've actually had that happen with other stuff. I used to have a Irish setter, and
Mm-hmm.
there was like a dessert left on the counter, and oh god, we came back. There was paw prints in there.
Well, I
Yeah. All right, now I got some of my hobbies behind me here.
okay.
Some of them you can't see, but I'm still damn proud of them.
Yeah.
Hobbies that you have, if any, because I know wrestling would take up a lot of time, but you did mention having a PlayStation.
Yes, I am a video gamer at heart. I actually was playing the PlayStation before we hopped on this podcast.
Okay.
So I'm a big gamer dude. I also paint.
Okay.
Um, I I used to write, but I don't know more because my punctuation's off. Um, but I also video edit and graphic design as well.
Okay. That's quite the mix of stuff. And hell, podcast, I'm the one doing everything. Like
Yeah,
recording, producing, putting it out there. I get hell, social media. If you're talking to anybody, it's me.
Yeah.
And yeah, it can be a little. I put a lot of work into this. We'll just
Hey,
put it.
it's a great product. So you
I,
keep doing what you're doing.
I appreciate that, but yeah, me, I do enjoy video games. I need to start picking some of them back up. I just recently, the last couple of months, started getting into the Resident Evil series.
Mm-hmm.
I've really only played 2 and 4.
I've played Resident Evil off and on. I'm just not a big zombie guy. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like. Eh. But like my taste, like I've been playing one. I played Baldur's Gate when it came out. Finished the game. Um, didn't know I could like D&D. I'm not a big D&D guy. But I enjoyed Baldur's Gate. It was a fun experience. Plus, I had like a full party, so we were just joking around and doing a bunch of nothing. But also, like I play like a bunch of sports games. I play a bunch of RPGs. Like I love one of the games that I love right now that came out this year was Spider-Man 2.
Oh,
Really good.
that
Really good.
makes me jealous because I have an Xbox and I can't get those games.
That game, man. When I tell you, like the combat and everything is the same as the first game. Like everybody's gonna be like, oh well, whatever, whatever. It is what it is. But the game, like the story, like Insomniac puts so much into the story. Like Venom and Harry was a big part of the story, and it was amazing. You even got to play as Venom for a little bit too. Uh Craven was a big the story arcs were just perfect, like to me.
Okay.
And you gotta play the game. I can't spoil
Yeah,
it. Like,
I get you. I
ah,
get you.
ah.
Now, curious because when it comes to video games, I'm kind of pissed off at the Retromania wrestling people because I had it 100%ed and then all of a sudden an update and there's more stuff. So now I got more to do. Have you
Ah.
have you 100%ed at any or how many games, if any?
I so I'm not a completionist, but so I play the games, and then if I finish everything, I finish everything. If I don't, I don't. But I think I went back and tried to 100% Spider-Man, all three of them. So I played. I went back, tried to 100% Miles Morales, his first Spider-Man, and the second Spider-Man. Um, I'm trying to think. I It's off and on. Like I said, I play a bunch of sports game most of the time. So it's like 2K, WWE and stuff. So I don't try to really 100% those games, but I know I have in the past, I think. But yeah, my 100% are
Yeah,
minimal.
I I guess I got to go back and refinish Retromania Wrestling. But I've only ever 100%ed one other game, and that's that newest Mortal Kombat.
Oh, Mortal Kombat 1? Oh, see, like, isn't that crossplay? If I'm not mistaken, is it?
I'm one to say so.
So what I'm hearing, Mo, is that you need to face me in Mortal Kombat because I have that game as well. And we can make a big ordeal of this. We can, we could stream it. We could do whatever. But Mo has to face Demo Diamond in the Mortal Kombat. But nah. One of my favorite characters, and he just got released, was Ermac. Although he is literally slow, but like I've always been an Ermac fan when it comes to Mortal Kombat. Another one is Smoke. Since I really got into Mortal Kombat around like Shaolin monks, and then like all the everything kind of after that. But like Mortal Kombat 9 is when I really, really got into Mortal Kombat. So like
Yeah.
Smoke and Ermac and all the people that kept killing off. But Reptile, people like that are like some of my favorite characters in Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah. I trying to remember. I think most of what I used when trying to grind out the last little bit was actually, I want to say it was either, I think it was Katana, Baraka, and Sub Zero.
See, I don't like how they did my boy Sub-Zero. They did him dirty. Because for the
Although,
longest time, he was like the worst percentage. Like you couldn't get like if you played online, you like the damage he did was just not even not that much. Like it did him dirty.
no, yeah.
No.
But yeah, there's, although I will give them this with him in Mortal Kombat 1.
Yeah.
His special moves are some of the easiest to learn in the entire game.
Yeah. Him, I think, and like Smoke out of the three, out of the the colored ninjas, uh are some of the easiest people to learn. I know a ton of combos with Smoke. Like Smoke was the first person I picked up because, like I said, I miss Smoke, and they were just like, yeah, he just doesn't exist anymore. So, so when they brought him back, I was like, yay! But yeah,
Oh yeah, there'd be some people I'd play online with using him, and god dang, they got on my nerves.
yeah, the smoke canceling and everything. Yeah, trust me, I know. But the funny thing is, I don't know if you've played Helldivers yet, but
Not
so the Spider-Man actor is Smoke. So the guy that plays Spider-Man in the games is Smoke, and he's also in Helldivers as well. So
cool.
so yeah, so Peter Parker is like yeah, and I'm like so me and my friends are playing, and we've all played these games together. And one of my friends ruined Smoke for me because like I wasn't paying attention to the voice. I was just like, ah, it's Smoke. He's like, Demo, guess what? It's Spider Man, and I was like, nah, you tripping, no, no, no. And now all I can hear is Spider Man. So like, I'm like, can I escape this man?
That's funny. That is fucking funny.
But he's a
All
great
right.
voice actor.
No, 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 definitely. All right. Now, everybody has a wrestler that they consider like their all-time favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I have one that I put in for singles, and I have a favorite tag team. Who would
Okay.
you say favorite all-time wrestler?
Whew, that's hard. All right, so I would say personally for me is Randy Orton. Like I said, I'm showing my age here because I'm young, but also I just like I said, when it comes to the way moves are executed, there's nobody that executes their moves like Randy Orton. Like he is so smooth in the ring. Uh,
I can give him that.
like that man has some of the best like I said, just smoothest moves in wrestling. And
The way he delivers it is
yeah,
just so smooth and clean that it.
exactly. And then just like I said, like one of my favorite Randy Orton's bald Randy Orton, everybody's favorite Randy Orton, punk kicking everybody's grandma's, dads, and uncles. But also like I said, he's just he has this presence about him. Like
Yeah,
it's you could tell. Like I said, with Randy Orton, it's just something. So that's my favorite all time wrestler. I will say. I will say.
hey, can't argue that. I know. For me personally, I got some stuff of his behind me here.
Mhm.
I'll pull out the Funko Pop. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, kid.
My favorite tag team though. Let me see. Let me see. All time tag team that is my favorite. Mm, I don't know. I would naturally say the Hardy Boys. And the reason I say that is not because like the accolades or anything. I just genuinely was a big Jeff Hardy fan, and I also like once Matt left like WWE and did the TNA stuff and everything, I became a Matt Hardy fan as well. So like those are two of the guys that I'm like okay. I used to imitate and jump off his stuff as well. So, you know.
Yeah, kind of hard not to when they were at the height of their stuff for people not to imitate them, even though they were still running those "don't try this at home" things
Oh,
before
yeah,
the.
yeah.
Nobody listened to that.
Yeah, no, no. You've seen people recording videos of them jumping off of roofs into trampolines, and yeah, yeah, yeah. No
Yeah.
point. No point.
For me though, it's like all-time favorites. I got figures for one of them behind me. The Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors, locking in.
Oh, okay. I love the Legion of Doom. I will be honest. It's always a rush, but like I one of the old school tag teams that I really, really, really enjoy, um, are Legion of Doom is Legion of Doom. So
Them and the Dudley Boys.
see, the Dudley Boys are like three for me, because I love Devon and Bully together because yeah, they're always funny. They always used to make me laugh. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh yeah, I love going back and watching some of their stuff from the original ECW when, good lord, they damn near start riots.
Yeah, one of my favorite, actually, where I get my like in between stuff is in betweens like my character like talking in the match is from a video of Bully Ray, which was recent, like 2014, 2015, when it was them versus the Usos on like main event or something, and he was like, "This is for your cousin, your other cousin." Like, yeah, like
Yeah,
I was like, so like I start doing stuff like that. So like I'll talk trash and like that's something that I took from Bully Ray
no,
or
they.
Bubba.
I
What?
do remember that moment. I loved it. I was laughing my head off. All right, now with the name of a show like I have, I will.
Okay.
I didn't have this question.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite drink, whether it be alcoholic or non, or hell, one of each.
Favorite drink is strawberry lemonade or cherry limeade.
Okay, either one of those are classic. Can't go
I
wrong.
do not drink alcoholic drinks. I'm not a big drinker. Uh
Nothing wrong with that.
yeah, I turned 21 and then I was like, okay. And I drank a couple times and I was like, nope, I'm good. So so
No, hey, nothing wrong with that because I know I've had plenty of people on that for one reason or another don't drink.
yeah,
So I'll try to put, you know, alcoholic or non, trying to be respectful of that because I always say just because it says drinking at Moe's doesn't mean that it has to be alcoholic.
exactly, you know. And today I think I just had like a passion fruit blue coconut like snow cone. I know that doesn't count as a drink, but like when it gets watered down, it is a drink. I mean,
No, true, true. And hell, non-alcoholic stuff. I am a bit of a Dr. Pepper fiend.
oh, Delin Cavens is too. So then I don't know if I like you anymore, Mo. You know,
Oh God.
no, no, nah. Dr. Pepper is hit or miss for me. It's either I really like you or I really don't. Like, it has to be. I think it has to be like really cold, and it has to be like one of the last drinks I have, like for me to really just be like Dr. Pepper. Um,
Okay.
Another one of those that's like that for me is like Mountain Dew as well, because like I do not like Mountain Dew at all. But it is
Yeah,
what.
there's certain flavors of it that I like more than others, but yeah. So
Yeah.
I can. All right. Last but not least here, best advice you have for anybody wanting to get into wrestling.
Um, I would say this. And I was told this. Don't expect to just blow up immediately. The thing about wrestling is, yeah, you can have a viral moment. You have a you can have a couple viral moments, but that doesn't mean that you are necessarily viral. The best information I got is if you do get one of those moments or you do get something big, make the best of that opportunity because you don't know how quick it'll come and how quick it'll go. Because I've seen people get viral moments and have opportunities and just squander them. And also, when it comes to training, I know we're all fans at heart, but forget everything you know about wrestling. Like, yeah, we might have suplexed our cousin here and there into a trash can or something like that, but at the same time, like, let the trainers train you on how to actually do these moves and be safe and keep everybody else safe. Also, please stay in training. Training is forever. You can't get good at something if you're never in training.
Oh yeah, it's an ever evolving process. You're always training, and yeah, man, there was something I was going to go into there, but yeah, basically, it's an ever evolving process. There's always stuff you can learn.
Mm-hmm.
There's always stuff going on with people that have been on the big stages that you can pick their brains. So yeah, no, always in training, always learning.
Yeah,
all right.
That's one thing I pride myself on. I try to go to training at least 2 to 3 times a week, so it's big for me. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, and you know what? I just remembered one of the things I was going to say when you said to forget the stuff that you thought you knew before, and let the trainers train you. It goes back to the saying that they definitely said in the Navy at boot camp, and I've heard people bring it up on the podcast before.
Yeah.
Mouth shut, eyes and ears open.
Exactly. I mean, that's how you get that's how I've gotten opportunities. I've been one of the people that's just been in the right place at the right time, but I've also been one of those people that's not always, hey, well, I feel like I should be like this, or I feel like I should be doing this. Like, sometimes in those moments, you gotta wait. You gotta take your time. It's not always gonna be your moment. It's gonna be somebody else's moment before it's yours. So just bide your time, stay training, keep the grind on, and you got it.
All right. Well, before we go, where can people find you social media wise? So if they don't already have their eyes on you, they can go ahead and get them there.
On Instagram, it is the Truth Demo. Let me look at X right now because I don't really get on Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter and TikTok kind of get neglected by me a little bit.
Yeah, me too. Don't worry. I got the old school mindset. But on X is Demo Diamond PW. And like I said, on Instagram and I think everything else, it is the Truth Demo.
All right, so you're on, are you on TikTok?
I am on TikTok actually. I post clips here and there, but my TikTok is being really weird. I'm banned from actually showing stuff right now. It's weird. So
I've had that on. I'm trying to remember where I had that. I've had it before on one of the platforms. Yeah, it was weird.
I think on Instagram I can't run ads or something for some random reason. And I'm just like, okay.
All right.
Yeah. But follow me on Instagram is where I'm most active. So follow me on Instagram at the Truth Demo.
All right. We'll get all of that in the description. Well, that is about all I have. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me tonight. And best of luck out there, especially MPX and the upcoming Purge.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to talk and laugh and joke with you a little bit.
I appreciate it. I'm glad you had a good time.
Always.